So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day it is for you. That's a Honda Monkey, one of the new ones. For me, as you can tell, it's about 2:15. These clocks are about a minute out, and I'm in Tamworth. I'm with Jeanette and Graham, typical Graham. We're probably going to go for it. Come on, Jeanette, go on. And we've just come from the NMA, or the National Memorial Arboretum, and we're off to the CAF at CMC Coleshill. And for a change, I'm not leading. We've got Jeanette up front, in front of me on the CB500X, and we've got Graham leading at the very front on his Kawasaki W800. I think Graham has been in a previous video. He was on the Gilera Fugo. And he's in the thumbnail because he was going round and round about it, about had the exhaust down on the ground. So yeah, I thought whilst I'm tootling out, and it's a Sunday today, it's daylight, I thought we might be able to get a little vlog in. More review, but so what I wanted to, I said I'd talk about this before, and I'm going to talk about it now, and that's the Quadlock man. I'd like to say how many miles I've done with it, but I really couldn't tell you. What I can tell you is that I have been to Skegness and back with it, which is about 2 hours for me. I have been to Llangollen and back with it, and I've been all over Derbyshire, up to Buxton a couple of times with it, and then just all my other travels. If I'm out on the bike, it's sort of been there, and I've not had a problem. I mean, it's held the phone well. It was part of the reason I went for the Quadlock system, is it because I have the Galaxy S8 to do a case with the like the, I'm going to call it the female connection in it, so I didn't have to use a adhesive mount. It sort of stuck out a bit, which I didn't particularly like the look of. Now I know Hippodromes uses it on his Sony phone. He's had no problems with it, but personally I wanted something sort of sleek looking. Didn't look bad when you took it off the bike, it didn't look bad when you were on the bike. So Graham up front's got a he's not got it on now, but he's had a one of them waterproof bag things, and yeah, they're okay to do the job and they mount and they hold, but not something I wanted. And the other thing with the S8 is that it is water resistant, so getting caught in a little bit of rain like now is not a problem, and I have no clue where we're going, so I shall just hold back. So it's a few days later, it's about 2 days later. I forgot to film the rest, so I thought whilst we're just coming through Matlock and well, it's going to be semi-light, I'd finish it off. So I say I've had this on for God knows how many miles, and I've never had a problem. The only thing I did notice is that although it's on and it's on semi-tight, there's still a little bit of play. Originally that was never there, and it's not affecting it. It's still solid. It's still been solid at highway speeds or motorway speeds, but it's just something I noticed. And yeah, I mean, I've been really happy with it. I mean, I did pay about 60 quid. It was about £30 for the mount, about £30 for the case. I mean, it is expensive, but it's quality, and I'd prefer to pay more on quality than buy several versions of things, because it's cheap shit. But there's love for better words to put it. But I've had this on the Hartford and on the Honda, and they both use 22mm bars, so I put the little 22mm spacer in. But I think it comes with a 25mm spacer and there's another one. I can't remember the size of that one. But you can also not use a spacer if you've got that fatter bar. But say for me personally, because these are 22mm bars, I've used a 22mm insert on both bikes. I mean, yeah, you bolt it in, really easy to do. It does come with an arm if you need to sort of push it around, but for me I don't need to. I just have it straight on the end of the handlebars, and that's how I like it. So would I reckon, the long and short is, would I recommend the Quadlock? If you've got a S8 or any of the cases, well, any of the Galaxy S series or the iPhones, and you can get a case for it, hell yes, no question of a doubt. Just take note if it's your device is water resistant. Because if you get caught out in the rain, you're not got to worry about it then. If you've got to use a universal mount, then yeah, although not using it, if it's anything to go by, as Hippo says, and it works just as good as the case, then yeah, go for it again. Personally, if I was using the universal adhesive clip, I would just buy another phone case and just stick it on the back, because I think that would stick out far too much. So no, that's it really. I'm going to leave it there. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, and that's the nature of forgetting to record on the way back. And I'll a bit slippy there. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to make my way home. It's a bit cold. And in the meantime, ride safe, take care, and don't get caught speeding.